My name is Steve. Welcome to my shop, and this is Shark Bits episode number 24. I've got some standalone videos in the works, but I decided to put together another Shark Bits episode. I'm going to open up this carton that I got. I got a little bit of money for Christmas, and I bought myself some Christmas presents, and we've got a few projects to do, so let's get started. I've been working on the Atlas 10F lathe, and if you've been following along in the last episode where I was working on a project, I found an issue with the chuck and the chuck jaws on it, and I decided that I wanted to get a little bit bigger and better chuck for it. So let's see what we've got. I've always done very well with the Shars equipment, so I went back to Shars for my chuck. It was a pretty good deal on it. Let's see what we've got. It's a certificate, chuck key, some bolts, an Allen wrench, this is a 6-inch chuck. With the bolt-on jaws. Looking good so far. Lot of oil. Okay. Somewhere in this box of goodies is supposed to be a plate. Aha! Another box. Okay, this is the mounting plate. Okay, it needs to be finished machine, which is fine. That's great. Okay. Well, before we take this over to the lathe, I got a few more items in this box. I purchased some Morse 2 to Jacob's taper arbors. That's going to be for another project. Okay. That'll be a separate standalone video. Okay, this is a Jacob's number 2 to a 1/2 inch thread. Fit one of my the new chuck that I just got, the new Jacob's chuck that I got. I also purchased a new chuck. This is a keyless chuck, and the range on it is 8 to 5/8. So I had a 3/8 inch chuck for the lathe. I wanted one a little bit larger. Actually, one of these arbors is for this. Okay. Take and clean that out. Here's my plastic mallet. Okay, we'll take that over to the lathe and check that out also. And one more toy. It's a 3/8 inch or 3/4 inch boring bar. I also purchased some inserts for it. 3 of each of 2 different style inserts, a roughing insert and a finishing insert. Okay, very nice. Fits perfect. Okay, so let's move the camera around and mount up this plate on the lathe and take a look at machining it to fit. start by removing this chuck. Clean the surfaces good. Okay. Well, it fits on the thread. That's a good start. I'm going to move the camera around so that we can you can see the machining on this a little bit. Okay, the diameter of the chuck is 5 inches. Looks like 115 thousandths. I'm going to check against the drawing here and see if it gives me any additional information. Okay, it's giving me a metric dimension for that of 100 and looks like 130 millimeter. Let's see if that's correct. I'm going to try out my new digital caliper. Set it to metric. That's really the only reason I got it. I like the mechanical calipers, but it's nice being able to convert back and forth. Okay, the chuck measures 129.95. So that's the better part of 130 millimeters. I'm going to zero it. Okay, that's 2.09 millimeters to come off of that to match the chuck. And if I change that into decimal, it's 82 thousandths. So I'm going to machine this up for the chuck. First thing I'm going to do is take a light skim across the face to make sure that that's correct. Very nice, great finish on it. Now I'm going to start to cut down this lip to fit the chuck. Gonna do a spring cut, maybe another 1,000th. Okay, perfect. I'm going to take and just want to take a light cut on that surface to make sure that's parallel. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to put the chuck on, bolt it on, and then I'll bring you back. I want to set it up with a dial indicator and see how true we're running. I'm going to check the run out on the chuck now. I have a piece of precision ground high-speed steel. It's 3/4 inch in diameter. I actually got 2 of these, and I keep them just for setup and for checking alignment. So let's get the dial indicator out. Check it up next to the chuck first. Let's see if you can see that. I'm going to move the camera so you can see the dial indicator. Okay, I think you can see that now. I'm zeroed. And I'm going, let's see there, I'm going to zero it again there. Zero, 1, 2, just a smidge over 2. About 2.5 thousandths. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let's move it out to the end and see what happens out here. Two thousandths. Perfect. Well, I'm pretty happy with that for the first time around. Never having used it first time it's been clamped up. That's a winner. Now it's time to check out the new chuck. Pretty happy with that. All right, we'll give that a try. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I checked it against the certificate, the test certificate that came with the chuck, and on the same test that I just did, it came out to 0.05 millimeter, which is 2/1000ths. So I got the same results that they got at the factory. I'm pretty happy with the total run out. It's guaranteed for 3/1000ths. I got 2/1000ths out of it. I can probably play around with it a little bit more and get it even a little bit better. I'm real happy with the fit and the finish. I'm pretty happy with the new tailstock chuck that I just put in there. That feels real good. So I'm going to call that a wrap for this video. I want to thank all my new subscribers. If you like what you see, please press the subscribe button. And don't forget to push the little bell so that you get notification when I put new content out. See you in the next video.